Down, down.
Down, down the road, down the witch's road.
Hey everyone, welcome to The Gig, a series about film and TV from behind the scenes and on the screen. We're your hosts, Layla T. Rosario,
And Jessica Ransom.
and today we are going to talk about Agatha All Along. Jessica, take it away.
This has been one of my favorite Marvel, little mini series. I definitely loved it. I do have some issues with it though too, so we'll get in that a little later. But basically it's about a woman, or I say a witch named Agatha, who's like the baddest witch on the block, bitch. She is like the most evil, the most cruel, the most sassy witch in the game. And then she basically gets in some trouble because she is so sassy and nasty. And all these motherfuckers call like looking for her. I'm like, no, we're gonna kill this bitch. And so she's like, you know what? So we gotta go down a road, and I'm trying to save myself and get these other little misfits to come with me.
I'm going to start from my most favorite part of the series, and then we may get into the things that I too had some issues with. Agatha being the badass bitch. We also got to talk about Rio. Rio is another badass bitch, and the chemistry between the two of them, I knew something was going on. I was like, I feel like these are two exes that just keep perpetually dating each other, like centuries upon centuries. They break up, they make up, this and that. And the end, when, spoiler alert, the kiss between Agatha and Rio, to me, definitely goes down as one of the most memorable scenes.
And I love actually the beginning where you're thinking it's like a cop show. You're like, what am I watching? It turns out that Agatha was in some kind of like time loop spell. And one of my favorite scenes is when she's naked and comes out and it's all like, what's going on? Like, what time is it? And they're like, yeah, you were kind of going through some issues. But we just were like, okay, we'll let her just go through that. Where I felt it dragged was the end, where he focused too much on the teenage boy character and him being tied to the Wanda series. And I get Seth's part of the storyline, but I felt we got bogged down in that a lot. And then the very ending to me was kind of lackluster, because I felt like it was better when we saw the chemistry with all the actresses. And when Patti LuPone, another spoiler, and when she dies, I was like, that's what I kind of was like, Patty's gone? Well then, okay. I want to know about Agatha and her progression as a character.
I honestly think we didn't need Teen at all. I thought that having Teen might have been from a marketing and demographic perspective to keep the Disney followers and the younger generation looped into watching a show about a bunch of badass witches. To your point about Agatha, I would have loved to see understanding why her mom hated her so much and wanted to abort her. Like, if we're gonna go dark, go all the way. Like, let's dig through the fucking grave and discover and uncover why is it that this is deeply rooted, like centuries of hate, and not just with her mother, with all of these people. And what was her desire and craving to kill so many witches? I did love how they tied in the LGBTQIA plus community and showing that the teen is queer and showing that the teen had a partner. I loved all of that. I just thought there was too much going on while we were still trying to figure out what was Agatha's motive. I didn't understand the writer's choice at the end. Is it Teen that was really the master manipulator that created these fantasy worlds where he was luring in the witches? Or are we saying Agatha was the one leading this all along? That was the confusing part for me at the end, and I thought the ending was weak.
How I took it the writers did that is that he basically made up the magical road, because it never really existed, which we found out in the last episode. But I feel like with Teen and the road, I just think it was in his head, because he's such a powerful witch, because he's Wanda's son, that he made up this road in his mind. And so basically, he's just like her in a sense. That's what I gathered from it. Make that part of the Wanda series, because that to me is way more part of Wanda's series than Agatha.
I agree. I love the obstacle courses and all the tests. I thought that was super exciting, very creative, very clever. The costume designs, the set direction, the cinematography, the editing style, the writing also too in the beginning it was snatched. It was so funny, so witty. As I'm enjoying watching them perform, I also felt that they enjoyed working together.
Oh, 100%. All of them had a great chemistry.
I do hope that there is a part 2. We see more of Agatha and we see more of Rio, because I want to see more of their story.
A lot of these Marvel series, they start really great. I feel they spend a lot of time in writing, and even animation is even better in the beginning. And I think what happens is they get lazy. I mean, honest, they just are all right. But the beginning of each, because WandaVision at the beginning was amazing. And then the ending was horrible. I hated the ending of WandaVision. So I
Yeah.
hopefully in the season two, they can explore that more and even maybe go from the origins of when her son died and why she felt over the years to literally kill all these witches. Like also her not getting caught for this. Like every witch is still just going out in the woods with this bitch. Like how dumb
No,
are
no,
you?
that to me didn't make sense because if I'm a witch and I have superpowers, I may want to, check where I'm going and who I'm meeting.
Think about it. If there was a friend of my circle, I'm like, yeah, girl, I heard about this Agatha girl.
Her,
Like I would tell you.
to her absorbing all the power for what? Is that how she stays alive? That's the other thing that it was not clear to me.
I thought she needed to stay alive, and on top of that, she absorbs everyone's power. That's why she's the baddest witch.
Well, I mean, I think we covered it all. We want to know what you think. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you tolerate it? You let us know. Thank you so much for watching.
Write it in the comments. Thank you so much. Bye.